Well, today we're at Wollaston BMW Motorrad, who have kindly agreed to help the channel out by letting us test ride and review some of their bikes. And today I'm on the R9 T. Beautiful bike, a beautiful looking bike, and there's lots to this, which I'll explain during the video. Alright, let's get on and have some fun. Well, all I can say is it's a lot different to mine. The gearbox is lovely and smooth. And brakes are good. Very vibey, I think, but that'll be down to the Boxster engine. It's a 1170cc flat twin, and I've got to remember I haven't got a quick shifter. There's many iterations of this bike. It comes in this standard mode or standard form, then you've got the scrambler, and then you've got the racer, which is like a cafe racer, but it's very, very comfortable, very comfortable, and it pulls well. I've got I did all my research and my homework last night. I'll tell you all about the specs and that when we pull over and have a walk round. But yeah, it's very comfortable. You're a bit leant forward, but not a lot. Your feet are set back a fraction, but yeah, it's really nice. I've got it for 2 hours, so I'll get as much riding in as I can, but it's definitely nimble. The mirrors are good, but yeah, it's fully adjustable front suspension, upside down forks, steering dampener. I don't know whether you can see it down there. The problem is my camera's set up for my bike and I haven't really altered it for this one. But it sounds nice. It does sound really nice. They've designed this to be modular, so the rear subframe you can remove, and the rear pillion pegs come off, and you can change it so it's a single seat. So there's so much modifications you can do to this, whether it be from the factory or by yourself. They do the HP upgrades for it, and I think it's 719 customs. They do different paintworks. And billet parts, like all machined. But wow, this is a good bit of kit. It tips in lovely. Most of the bikes I say tip in lovely, but pulls, 4th gear, lovely. I'm trying not to gush. I'm going to be Going to be as sensible as I can. I haven't really got a route planned of where I'm going to go. Well, yeah, it's no slouch. The torque's really nice and linear. It's down and quite low as well. It starts off, so yeah, it's like I say, I've got all the specs written down, so when we go for a walk round, I'll tell you more about it. Right, let's see what it's like on a dual carriageway on a bit of a faster road. I expect to be beaten by the wind, but no more so than on mine. Oh, it does pull. And to be fair, the wind isn't much of a problem. It is, like I say, it is quite vibey through the seat. Not that much through the handlebars. But yeah, very, very capable. It should be for a 1200. I'm averaging 37 miles to the gallon. The only thing it hasn't got that I can't, well, that I can see at the minute is a fuel gauge, which I think nowadays all bikes should have them, really. But the engine braking is very strong on this. To be honest, I didn't expect to like this. I do quite like the looks. But I weren't overly sure about the Boxster engine. And to be honest, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Ooh, the brakes are good, the brakes are good. There's not a lot of feel in the indicators, if I'm being honest. Like when you push them over, it's quite a dead feeling. When you push to cancel, it's fine, but that engine does sound really, really nice. It's not got the shift cam on it. Whether they're gonna bring that out, I'm not quite sure, but the gearbox is so smooth. Turning circle's quite good. I'll get my phone out and I'll give you some of the details. Here we have it. It's a BMW R NINE T. The engine type is an air-cooled flat twin boxer. The capacity is 1170cc with 110 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 160 Newton meters of torque at 6,000 RPM. It's Euro 4 compliant with it kicks out 123 grams of CO2 every kilometre, if you're interested in that. It's a 2019. It's a shaft driven, as you can see there, so no chain maintenance needed. It's got a 6-speed box. I would imagine everything nowadays has. The suspension, 46mm telescopic upside down forks, and it's fully adjustable on the front, and I think it's preload and damping on the rear. To be honest, I think it looks really nice. It's got its own steering damper on it. The brakes are twin floating discs of diameter of 320mm, 4-piston radial brake calipers, and the rear brake is a 265mm disc with a double piston caliper. The length of the bike is just over 2.1 meters. The seat height is a nice low seat, really. It's only 805mm. Wet weight is 220 kilos, and the tank size holds a decent 18 litres, which on this I would say that's fine. It's a beefy engine though, and this rear subframe here, that all can unbolt, and you can just have it gets rid of the pillion seat, and you can fit a cafe racer rear end on it. So, or yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. It hasn't got the LED lights, it's just got standard. It's got LED indicators, wire spoked wheels, which really suit the bike, to be fair. Yeah, it's got 180 rear tyre and 120 front. It's very nice. All the switchgear, heated grips. I won't be needing them today. You got your menu button. Not sure what that does. Trip 1, trip 2, trip A, engine temp, clock, setup, and then your mileage. So yeah, let's get back on the bike and go for another blast for an hour or so. Alright. Yeah, it's a very, very comfortable bike, and with how wide the handlebars are, it does give you a good leverage, very good movement. But yeah, I can't thank Wollaston BMW enough. Gary and Simon helping us out no end. Very, very punchy engine. I would imagine it's the same engine that's in the 1200 GS. Whether it's tuned different, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's very good. And the build quality, well, it's BMW, isn't it? It's I would say second to none, really. All the fit and finish is nice. It's got a two-tone tank. But yeah, very nimble, very agile. Very agile for such a, well, I wouldn't say it's a big bike, although the engine size is, the engine capacity is fairly big. In fact, this is the biggest bike I've ridden as of yet. But it's not intimidating in the slightest. It's just very kind to you. The brakes are immense, extremely good. I may have made a mistake coming this way with the traffic, but we'll see how it filters. I'm sure if I can get the engine through, the rest will follow. Because it does stick out quite a way, but there again, it's a Boxster engine and it's air cooled. So with it sticking out like that, it would help with the cooling. Alright, let's see. We'll just filter up here. We'll be careful because of people like that turning around. And the fact there's a junction here and nothing coming. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is a standard pipe. I would imagine it is. It is the base model. So although it comes with ABS, for anything else it's an extra. But it sounds really quite nice with the standard can. But I would say, because of the low seat height and how narrow the seat is at the front, even if you're vertically challenged, so we say, I can't see you having a problem. I would imagine the shortest people out there would be able to ride this no problem. Okay, I'm 6'2" and I've got a 32-inch leg inseam, but I'm flat-footed with my knees bent, and because the weight is all down low, it's, even if you had to tiptoe, it wouldn't be an issue. I'm sorry if this review or test ride isn't brilliant, but it is my first one as such. So please be gentle with me. They will get better, I promise. But no effort at all. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I do like they've stuck with a retro dial, like instead of an LCD, or you've got two little LCDs there obviously, but not like the TFT. That wouldn't have gone well. But yeah, the body position is nice. Everything's quite nice to be honest. I'm trying to think of something I don't like, but there again, I love motorbikes, so it's going to be hard. They're going to have to do something really drastic for me to say, oh, I don't like it. No issue. If you need to get by anybody, not an issue. And it doesn't feel like it wants to kill you. It's just a nice laid back enjoyable ride. I do like the idea of it being modular, and the fact that they've made it easier for you to modify yourself. Back brake's good as well. I do like these kind of people, but don't put yourself in the dirt, mate. I can get by you now. Yeah, I do appreciate people moving over, but don't put yourself in the dirt. I can wait. These brakes are really, really good. You literally just touch them and they're on. It just feels so nice. It's so, like I said, I've said it with most of them. It's so, the confidence inspiring. Fourth gear. Wow. I'm sorry if my camera angle isn't very good. Like I said, it's set up for me on my bike, so I'm more length forward on mine. The engine braking is brilliant. Really, really strong. So they've put really, really good brakes on a bike that don't really need them, to be fair. Yeah, I forgot to say, it's got Brembo brakes on the front. I'm going to have to do the walk around again, I think, because I weren't totally happy with that. But yeah, the brakes are phenomenal on it. You're literally just a fingertip. You don't want to grab a handful of them. Nothing behind me. Oh, yeah, they are proper good. The one thing I have found, if you accelerate quite hard, it does feel a bit twitchy. Whether it's because it's a single-sided swing arm, I'm not sure, or it's shaft driven, I'm not sure. The only other shaft driven bike I've ever ridden was a Yamaha Townmate when I was a kid, and it was a field bike. Or we used it as a field bike. But there again, who didn't? Yamaha Townmates and C90s, and they were ridden until they snapped. And now I wanted to do a custom cub build, but just to try and buy the cub itself, some people are wanting £2 for a rotten one. And it's quite strange when you rev it. You can feel the engine pulling you backwards and forwards, or side to side, should I say. It's so laid back and easy to ride. If you haven't ridden one yet, I highly recommend test riding one. And I'm sure if you're local to the area, I can honestly say that the two blokes, Simon and Gary, that I dealt with, two lovely fellas, and they'll be more than willing to help. Here we go. Yes, yeah. And it, like I said before, and I'll say it again, it goes really, really well. I have to admit, I honestly thought BMWs lacked a bit of, I don't know, character, I suppose, but I'm really, really enjoying this. And like I said, looks wise, I think it's lovely. You've got like I said, you've got the single-sided swing arm with the wire wheels, which are nice. Brembo at the front, BMW caliper at the rear, and as standard, an Akrapovic exhaust. So I would personally say this is a really good all-rounder. Good for town riding, good for the out on the twisties. Open road isn't really a problem, but although you've got the wind, it's all over you. It's not just trying to take your head off. And yeah, it's a very, very capable bike all round. Would I buy one? Yes, I think I would. I would more than likely, I would definitely change the rear seat. I don't see the point in, I wouldn't carry a passenger on it, so I would probably go for the cowl and that, and probably go for the custom paint job. I'll put a picture up here of one. And that footage you've just seen, yes, I did have my eldest daughter, well no, my middle daughter, hanging out, well, sitting in the boot. Not hanging out, sitting in the boot with a GoPro. I'm hoping it turns out alright. If it doesn't, you won't see it. I better head back to Wollaston. Well, Wollaston BMW in Northampton. It's on the Bedford Road. Please, please, please go over and see them. And I'm sure they'll help you out as much as they can. Like I said, there's a lot of wind, but it's a naked bike. You've got to expect that, and I'm kind of used to it because I ride a naked bike, so it doesn't really bother me. And this isn't really made for touring or anything like that, so that wouldn't be an issue. No, you could tour on it easily. Definitely tour on it if you're willing to put up with the wind. Crack on. I think it would get a bit tiring after a while, but not on your backside. It's so comfortable. I could ride this all day quite happily. I expected a lot more shake with the Boxster engine, but I can see why people rave about the GS, and that one of them will be coming soon, hopefully. This is the first BMW I've ever ridden. In fact, it's only the second BMW I've ever ridden or driven, so I've got no customer loyalty to them. It's not like I'm a BMW owner anyway. I can be as honest as I need to be, and I am being. It's a lovely bike. If you've never thought of one before, I highly recommend you try one. Well, I hope this test ride review, you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you out if need be. If not, I do apologise, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care now. Bye.